Happy 4th of July, everyone. I'm meteorologist Andrew Humphrey. Tracking storms on this holiday. We're looking at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, heavy downpours, and lightning, especially here in Oakland and Macomb counties. Where are these storms going? What about tomorrow and the rest of your weekend? I've got your full forecast on the way.
All right, Andrew. First at 4, a Michigan congressman is declaring his independence from the Republican Party. You'll hear part of his message to voters and President Trump's direct response. And we're investigating a fatal crash in Roseville that left a 4-year-old child dead. It's all next. First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm Jason Colthorpe in for Karen today. Thanks for joining us between, dips in the pool, some barbecues, maybe a parade and the fireworks shows. So far, the weather has been cooperating. As we take a look, though, at our tower cams in Mount Clemens, Detroit, and Ann Arbor, it's not hard to see some potential danger out there. Let's get right over to Andrew Humphrey to see what's happening as people get ready for the nighttime stuff tonight.
Jason, you're absolutely right, and good Independence Day to you. Happy Independence Day, everybody. We are looking at scattered showers and storms that may threaten your outdoor plans as we go through the rest of the afternoon and this evening. Now, they're not going to last all night long, but especially during the heat of the day right now, we're looking at some decent downpours, some good ones right here with heavy rain around Shelby Township, also right around Rochester and Rochester Hills, and notice the lightning strikes. We don't have any warnings out, but whenever there is lightning, the best place to be is indoors. This area right here is drifting slowly to the northeast, only at around 10 to 15 miles per hour, but still at that pace. Places like Romeo, Almont being affected by these heavy downpours and some thunderstorms between now and about 4:15 or 4:20. You can even see the dark skies from some of the thunderstorms north of the city in our live shot right here. You're looking live at downtown Detroit with a rain-cooled 82 over at Metro Airport, but it feels like 86. That is 82 degrees, feels like 86. Rain-cooled 70s over in Pontiac, but those temperatures will pop once those showers move away. And stay hydrated. It feels like it's in the 90s in places. We'll talk more about tonight's forecast, your full weekend forecast, but remember, you can track these storms yourself, just like I and the rest of the local forecasters do with the Local Forecasters app. Download it right now. It's got interactive radar, weather alerts, and our forecast in the palm of your hand. And it's free. Search WDIV in your app store.
And with all that heat, remember, a few thousand people actually started their holidays without power thanks to storms on Tuesday night. DTE had crews working overtime to help 75,000 people get back online. That number, though, down to about 7,600 this morning. We'll let you know as we get new numbers on those outages. Police are investigating a fatal crash today that left a 4-year-old boy dead in Roseville late last night. This crash happened at Little Mac and Masonic. Here you can see video of both cars in an impound lot. Police say both cars went into the intersection at the same time. Right now, police not sure who caused the crash. One other 3-year-old child was taken to the hospital. Local 4's Rod Maloney is working this story and talking to witnesses. He'll have a live update tonight at 5. A Sterling Heights family is mourning the loss of an 18-year-old girl and praying for the recovery of 2 family members today. All 3 were rescued from the fire on Mariano Drive yesterday. The investigation into the cause of that still going. Local 4's Coco McAvoy spoke with a member of the family about what they're facing.
The house fire started yesterday morning and claimed the life of 18-year-old Christian Koki. The family is struggling with the sudden loss, but also trying to stay strong for the 2 other family members who were seriously hurt in the fire and are recovering in the hospital tonight. We spoke one-on-one with the sister of the victims, who describes this as a nightmare.
Just devastated. Absolutely devastated. We're just barely keeping it together.
We'll tell you how the family wants the community to remember Christian Koki and how you can help. Tonight at 6.
All right, Coco, we'll see you then. We're also following some breaking news out west, where a strong earthquake has rattled a large part of Southern California and Nevada. Crews are responding to about 24 fires and medical incidents. Luckily, no reports of injuries right now. And so far, no major damage. There was plenty of swaying, though, during that quake and several aftershocks. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. They felt this in Las Vegas as well. Our own Tim Pamplin is actually there in Vegas. You'll hear from him at 5 o'clock. We have a Local 4 update for you on a crash involving an undercover police car last night. State police say someone drove through the intersection and hit a trooper's car. This happened at Cadet and Livernois in southwest Detroit. 3 people are recovering after being released from the hospital. The trooper driving that undercover car has a broken rib and collarbone. A passenger in the police car and the other driver have minor injuries. Michigan Congressman Justin Amash is leaving the Republican Party. He's already made headlines for supporting the impeachment of President Trump. Amash now going independent and made the announcement in an op-ed in the Washington Post. He wrote in part, "I'm asking you to join me in rejecting the partisan loyalties and rhetoric that divide and dehumanize us." He went on to write, "If we continue to take America for granted, we will lose it." President Trump tweeting a stinging response saying, quote, "Great news for the Republican Party as one of the dumbest and most disloyal men in Congress is quitting the party." You can read Amash's entire op-ed at clickondetroit.com right on the homepage. Plus, you'll hear from the congressman himself. Cameras caught up with him at a 4th of July parade in Grand Rapids today. Those will be his first comments since this op-ed was printed. That's coming up tonight at 5. Another presidential tweet threw a federal court into chaos over adding a citizenship question to the U.S. Census. Census forms are being printed without the questions after a Supreme Court decision on this. But yesterday, the president tweeted his administration was still trying to push the idea. Well, a federal judge saw that tweet and called an emergency hearing, surprising everyone involved. Now that judge says he wants to know exactly what the government is trying to do here. The deadline to make that clear is tomorrow. The president is also facing controversy over the massive celebration in Washington, D.C. tonight. Unlike most previous presidents, he's planning to give a speech on the nation's birthday, which has some critics accusing him of trying to put politics into a celebration of patriotism. Local 4's Kimberly Gill is following that debate from the newsroom for us today. Hey, Kim.
Hi, Jason. Good afternoon. The president will speak tonight at 6:30. He's also bringing out plenty of military hardware, which is really changing the complexion of this annual celebration in the nation's capital. As you mentioned, we're told each branch of the military will take part in the celebration with flyovers in the sky and tanks on the ground. It looks as if there will even be a flyover from the president's plane, Air Force One. Questions are being raised, though, about the reported cost of $2.5 million. President Trump will be the first commander-in-chief to address a 4th of July crowd in more than 60 years.
I think this is exciting, the fact that we're going to be reminded of how we got this freedom.
The president is using it as his own holiday. This is the President Trump National Day.
I hope he just gears it more towards our veterans and our troops.
Well, since critics and controversy follow the president wherever he goes, it seems we will see this blimp on the National Mall. It's sponsored by Code Pink to protest the president and his policies. So there's no doubt politics will play a role in the festivities here. So everyone will be watching the president's speech, including us. They'll be watching carefully to see what kind of message he sends on this national holiday. We'll talk about that coming up tonight on Local 4 News at 11. Until then, Jason, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Good to see you back, Kim. We'll see you at 5. Here at home, 4th of July festivities are happening throughout Metro Detroit, including this parade in Wyandotte this morning. Kim DeGiulio takes us there for the All-American celebration.
The Wyandotte 4th of July parade is a favorite holiday tradition for so many downriver families. And this year marks the 75th anniversary of this parade. And with sunny skies and not a raindrop in sight, some people say that this year could be the best one yet.
It's got a cup motor, a 440 cubic inch plant.
You said this was the best parade ever?
Yeah,
It is? Does every year just keep getting better and better?
Yeah.
With 75 years of tradition, this parade is all about bringing families together.
I got my cousins here and my aunts and my nephews and their girlfriends, so we got this whole little spot.
Sisters, cousins.
From the big Jeeps to the silly clowns and everything in between. Everyone has their favorite parade attraction.
I like the marching band.
The flags, they get them all. We collect them. They probably have 20 now from every year.
Seeing the Girl Scouts parade, because a lot of my friends are from school.
Like that part. I just kind of like the dog. I don't really have.
Yeah.
You can't pick anything. It's just all good. Our country's flag was represented in many ways as everyone came wearing their 4th of July best.
We got to wear like shirts you barely ever get to wear, like 4th of July.
While everyone cheered for our veterans who gave up so much for us to be free.
Some things get lost, but in this parade, the tradition for the 4th of July, we remember America, we honor America, and we honor the veterans who keep us free.
I love parades in general, but I just love how special it is and how we pay so much respect to the people that mean the most. I think that's the greatest part about it all. And you can't forget about the one thing that every kid loves about a good parade, an unlimited supply of
The candy.
Is it the candy your favorite part, Gabe?
Of course, the candy is what it's all about for the young ones. Look at all this. But the truth is, this parade has a little bit of something for every age group. In Wyandotte, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
He's really focused on that candy. He didn't even acknowledge she was there. Oh, good day to have such a good celebration out there in Wyandotte. And a lot of them will continue tonight in cities like Clawson, where the fireworks start at 10 p.m. Also, a salute to America at Greenfield Village through July 6th, actually. Of course, that's in Dearborn. You can get more information on other celebrations at clickondetroit.com on the Michigan Events page.